Oh hey, you want to know about nursing school? Then stick around for this video. So welcome back to my channel. It will definitely just be about nursing. I know I have some videos on makeup and hair products and hair reviews, but this one's going to be totally different. If you haven't checked out my videos from before, please check them out and join the family. If you haven't already, like this video and subscribe and to click that notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Okay, so this video I'm trying to make it not too long, nice and sweet. I have about four bullet points, or I guess different subjects, if you will, for this video. So I'm going to speak very fast and hopefully that you guys will understand, so that way what I want to say and fit in this video, it wouldn't be drowned. I don't want to drown this video out. For the four topics of this video, is mainly just going to talk about my journey from me moving from New York to here. I technically still live in New York. My address is still in New York, but I came out here to Maryland for school, so I stay on campus. And then just a little snippet of like my process from me getting into the program and to where I am now. And also my summer externship that I just finished on Friday. And then I'll tell you guys my plan for the next year and a half or next 2 years. Also, before we get into the video, I just want to shout out the Twin Diaries. They are twin sisters here on YouTube who I've come across watching some YouTube videos on nursing students and just nurses in general, just to get like an idea of what's to come, and also to give me an idea and some inspiration to make these videos myself for you guys. So this shirt here is a shirt from the Twin Diaries. I'll put their link down below on their channel here as well on YouTube. But they have like a merchant little website, and it says, "Find me where the books are, hashtag nursing students." And I thought it was so cute. I'm also in love with this print, this font. I don't know what this font is called, but I'm in love with this font as well. So I thought it was cute. I never had any type of nursing student gear or anything like that. So now that I'm a nursing student, I'm, looking into everything, Googling up things, looking into my, my med surg book, or, just asking anybody anything health wise. So yeah, if you're a nursing student, also people like your friends and families are gonna like ask you for every little thing, what is this, what is that, I'm experiencing these symptoms, can you let me know what this is, blah blah blah. And yeah, I just wanted to put that out there before I started this video, okay? So now, just to give you a little background, I've been trying to do nursing for the longest. I graduated high school in 2006, and I came out here the fall 2016. So it's 2019 now, so I've been here for a good, 3 years. So I came here the fall 2016. I did a year and a half of prereqs at the school that I'm at, and then I got into the program spring 2018. My school, the nursing program, consists of 5 semesters. So you'll have, we did fundamentals, assessment, and pharmacology my first semester. The second semester, I did my med-surg 1, pathophysiology and psych. Then my third semester, I did med-surg 2, nursing research and maternity, mother baby. And then now my fourth semester, I am doing peds, community health, and leadership. And then for my last semester in the spring, because I'm graduating in May, we're doing like synthesis and I guess public health, not public health, politic and ethics and all that stuff. So I'm a senior one because when you start off in the program at my school, you're a sophomore. So you'll be a sophomore and then a junior one, junior two, senior one, senior two, and then you graduate. Lucky thing is that my school offers fall and spring, admissions. So I got into the spring. There are folks who are, there are graduates who are a senior too. They're graduating in December, but obviously you won't walk until May whenever there's graduation. So they'll walk with us, but they'll officially but they will officially be done the program in December. Okay, so that's how my program runs in this school. So I go to school in Maryland. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't think I did. I go to school in Maryland, here in Takoma Park, Maryland. And the school has been around for over 100 years. So yes, it's been around for over 100 years, and it's been pretty good. So far, I've only cried once. While I was in the program, and that was for pharmacology. Like, the thing about it is that my pharmacology professor, she was my AMP2 professor, and she was a totally different person in those two classes. You know what I'm saying? So when it was time for class, and we're studying the drugs, studying the side effects and all these things that you can't mix in, what you couldn't mix in the time of the medication and so on like that. She would always call me, always ask me, to answer, and I'm like, I don't know, But I cried for her exam, and then the good thing is that she drops the lowest score of the exam, and of course that one, the one that I failed, was dropped. But I cried and I cried and I cried, like I bawled, like I felt like I wasn't gonna even make it past that semester, or take over that class, because the fact of me coming out here was like, I felt like this was my last straw. Like, I'm in my 30s now, and I look young, but I'm in my 30s, and I felt like if I came out here and I didn't, get things done or be more focused and push through it, then I didn't know what else I was gonna do. So thank God I passed that class, obviously, and much more. And I'm here where I'm at right now. So, like I said, I'm a senior one, so I'll be doing PEDS, community health, and leadership, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. But then when the stress and the middle of the semester comes, it's like, when is this gonna be done? Like, when is December gonna come? I just want my grades so I could be a senior two, graduate, and just start making this money. But yeah, so it's been up and down, battle. But I love my teachers, and I love that the program itself, like the professors, my teachers, they actually want you to succeed. They want you to pass your classes. They know you by name. They know your struggles. They know your weaknesses and your strengths, and they want us to pass. So they're very, very, very loving and caring and supportive of their students. And it also reflects on them as well. Like, if we're not understanding the materials or passing the classes, then it's like, okay, so the professors, they're not, either teaching, or some kind of miscommunication is not being, some communication or something is not being fed, or penetrating in our minds for us to take these classes. So in my school as well, we use ATI. I know some nursing students, they don't know what that is. People that I know who are nurses, I ask them, did you take ATI, or did you use ATI? And then some people will say no, some people will say yes. So we do use ATI, and I guess that's like a way of helping us get ready for the NCLEX. So yeah, ATI in itself is like a whole class, and it's 10% of our grade. Like, the things that we need to do, the assignments that we are given, aside from like textbook stuff and tests and stuff like that. It's a lot of work and like videos and quizzes and so on. And proctors, oh my gosh, proctors are like another stress. Okay, like everybody's like, oh, what did you get? Did you get level 1? Did you get level 2? Level 3? It's like, you know, at first we were like, you know, wanting to know what other people have. But then I felt like I stopped doing that because regardless of what I get, like I'm gonna pass the class regardless, but I don't want to make it seem like it's not a competition, but like, you know, not everybody needs to know what you have, you know, so just keep it to yourself, you know, if you're that type of person. If not, you can share it with whoever you're close with, you know. And that also brings me to another point. As a nursing student, you need to know your materials before you end up in any type of group studies, you know. And if you do have group studies, you don't need a whole bunch of group of people, because then if you know so and so, they're gonna tell you something else, and then next minute you're questioning yourself like, is this right? Is this person right? I know it is, you know, and the next minute you go based off what the person may have said, and the next minute is wrong, and you don't want that. So if you do, you know, have a group, just probably 2 or 3 people at the most, because you really don't need a lot of people straying you away from how you know, study for your works, and everyone's different. So just a tip on that. So yeah, so somebody from the hospital that is across the street from the campus where I'm at, she came to the school to ask if anybody is interested in a summer externship program. So a summer externship program is basically you're doing a whole shift, which is from 6:45 a.m. to 7:15 p.m. and you get paid. So they gave us like what, I think it was like $15. I don't know if that's the minimum or whatever, but they gave us $15 and you do a whole shift. And the purpose of the summer externship is a 6 to 8 weeks program, and the purpose for that is to actually get hired in a way. They would want you to work for them when you are you know, considering to work, to when you do graduate, they want you to work for them. But the externship is like an extra step, or they will basically hire you, or they will pick you for the residency, I should say. So that is a way of you already having your foot in the door to work for that hospital. And I was thinking to, like, you know, just work for them, because I didn't want to, like, you know, look for the money or look at where I'm gonna get paid more. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do the externship, and I might as well just work for them, because it's somewhat guaranteed. I believe it's guaranteed. And the recruiters, or I should say my manager who, you know, I send my hours to if I have any problems with my hours or any questions or concerns on the floor or through the whole externship, she is actually the residency nurse recruiter, or whatever her title is. But you know, so this externship was basically like a interview, you know. So I told them that I wanted to be on labor and delivery, the mother baby unit, for the externship, because I just had finished doing maternity in the spring, and I actually do want to be a L&D nurse. So I was like, all right, let me just, you know, stay on the unit. All right, the externship started June 10th and finished on the 3rd. I would usually work like 3 days a week, just like a regular nurse. I would follow the nurse who I was precepting, or, you know, shadowing. I would follow her schedule, and I would work those hours and those days. And it was pretty interesting. You know, the externship showed me It gave me more of an eye opener of how nurses, they actually go, how they work with the patients and with other coworkers and everybody else, the patients, relatives, and just the long hours. And also helps me to get a schedule, a regimen throughout the day of how I would do my charting, my work, take my little breaks, because we do have to take care of ourselves in order for us to take care of the patients. And as well as the mother baby unit, they did ask us what other units would we like to experience or to check out other than the ones that we were to. So I also went to the TransCare unit, where that dealt with like the heart, where they did like heart catheterizations, ablations, if anybody needed any ablations. They did it was like an in and out procedure. So if the patients come whatever time they had to come, like, so let's say 10 o'clock in the morning, I did see a heart catheterization procedure done. The doctor didn't go in the femoral artery, but he did go in the radial artery, and it took about like 10-15 minutes. I saw the dye being put into the artery so that the doctor could have a better look of the heart. And I guess from that procedure, the doctor will look at the results and so on, and would have to probably back to the patient if he had to or not. So that was pretty cool. And then after the procedure, the patients will come back and have a I think it's called a transradial band or something like that, a TR band, which is basically a plastic wristband applying pressure on the artery, so that way it would like heal up, because they did have a big catheter or like a catheter going into their artery, so that hole is pretty big. So the patient would have to wear that for a good 3 hours before that could be taken out. And then there's like a little bulb that air is inserted into to add more pressure onto the artery. And then once that's taken off, the patient waits another hour with it off. And then I guess whenever the doctor discharges the patient, then the nurse and I would help the patient with the discharge. So that was TransCare. And then I was in the ED the next day, which was very, very interesting. The ED was very interesting because of all the different situations that comes through the door. You never know what's gonna happen. So I had 4 patients, like how they set it up. I had 4 patients in a room with my nurse, and then they had 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think like 4 or 5 beds out in the ED. So we also had bed B, so we had 5 patients, so 4 in the bed. Like when I say in the bed or the room, in the ED, it's not an actual room, it's just separated by curtains. So we had 4 patients in the bed, and then 1 in the hallway. So that day I actually did like 6 IVs. I inserted IVs, and it was pretty cool. And I learned that day, and I'm actually good with taking blood, because I was a medical assistant before I came here to Maryland. So I had to take a lot of blood. I was working with the OBGYN, so all those women, we had to I had to take blood for whatever testing that they needed to do. So I was pretty confident. It's just the way that the IV is set up. It's not like a straight needle, like how you would do with a butterfly needle or a straight needle. With the IV, you have to being that it comes with a catheter, you need to keep the catheter in. So you'll put the needle in and with the catheter. I just had to it's like a way of pushing the catheter in and sliding out the needle. So I kind of had to get used to that and just the hang of it. Then you have to close the line, and then add the vacuum or whatever you want to do to get blood, or put the hub on and then unclap it and put the IV and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. And I did an EKG. I did EKGs. Actually, sorry, in the TransCare, I did EKGs. I have never done any EKGs since I've been in nursing school yet. And yeah, so I feel like in the ED, or if I were to do med surge, I would do more of my skills that you wouldn't do necessarily in any kind of specialty, because I feel like everyone now, there's like so many positions out there in the hospital. Like you have your EKG people, you have your IV nurses in some hospitals, where some hospitals, the nurses specifically do IVs, and even if you know how to do an IV, you can't do it because there's somebody for that position. And then there's those who do a whole bunch of stuff, respiratory therapists, this and that, and everybody has plays their own part to help for these patients. So yeah, I've never done any EKGs ever since I've been in this program. So it was pretty straightforward anyway. Some people, they'll do the 5 leads, and then there's people who do the 10 or 12 leads, and in the ED they do the 10. So you do your V1, V2 to V6, and then your left and right arm, your left and right leg, bada bing, bada boom. So I did that in TransCare and also in the ED. What else did I do that I've never done before, or I think that was probably it. But this experience for the externship has been really, really helpful, and those extra 4 hours from clinicals, man, I had to get used to them, because for clinicals we usually do like 10. We usually do like 10 hours, like 7 to 3, or for maternity last spring, I had to do 3 p.m. to 11. So, but I got used to those extra 4 hours, because by around 3-4 o'clock, I was like ready to go. But I got used to it and I stuck it out. So yeah, so my plans now for the next year or two, I am happy that I did the externship. Let me tell you this, I'm happy that I did an externship, because I didn't know that the recruiters, they're actually waiting for us to pass the NCLEX to offer us a job. So for those who are graduating in December, by like September, October, she said she'll reach out to them, and start the hiring process. So for those who are actually graduating, there's like 3 girls in our program, well, in the externship program with me, who are graduating in December, and I'm graduating in May. So she said that around January, for those who are graduating in May, by January, February, they'll reach out to us to start the process. And like, that's another reason why I'm like, I might as well just work for them. Like, because if I'm done with my NCLEX, right? Let's say I'm done with my NCLEX, passed my NCLEX and everything. Now I'm looking for a job. And I don't know how long, that process is gonna go. I don't know where I'll be. Like, I'd rather just have, boom, something waiting for me while I'm done, before I'm done, I should say. So they say that the process happens before we even get our NCLEX or even do the NCLEX, because by the time we, pass, it's already waiting. So that's another plus. So I can't wait for that to happen, because I'm just gonna be looking around, just looking forward to January, So that brings up my next segment of the next year or two of where I would be. So of course everyone's saying, yeah, you'll make more money in New York, and I'm sure of that too, but like, I'm a new nursing student. Like, how much more money am I gonna make in New York and I'm than here? I mean, maybe I might make a little bit more, but I'm not, like, like I said, I'm not gonna be looking for the money. Like, I just want to get hired, get the experience, and then I'll just take it from there. So I'll work for the hospital, which is actually, they're moving actually next this month, in the next couple of weeks on the 25th. So the hospital where I'm at, like I said, it's been over 100 years. They're actually moving to another hospital. It's just, it has just been built, and it's going to be, new equipment. I think they're bringing some stuff from the hospital as well, but the majority of the hospital is going to be new, of course. So I can't wait to be a part of that hospital. Like I said, I might just be a ED nurse. I don't know which one is not better, but more of a vast situation. I mean, which one is a more of a vast position? Like, should I do ED? Should I do med surge? But I guess I'll figure it out. But at first I was thinking to go straight into my specialty, which is mother, like women's health or mother baby L&D, whatever you want to call it. But a friend of mine, other few nurses were saying, you might as well just do ER or med surg, because then once they see it on your resume, and if I do want to change my mind, if I want to go to ICU or PACU, or I can't go from mother baby to PACU, so yeah, that way, if I do go to another kind of specialty, they'll say, okay, she knows how to handle patients, and she knows how to use her nursing judgment and critical thinking, and and med surg, they usually give you like 6 patients at most, and that's a lot. And I've come to realize that you have to do a lot of charting. You just peep your head in, make sure your patients are still breathing, still alive, they don't need anything, and then you're good to go. But I feel like nursing is just basically charting, not spending much time with the patient face to face. But that's another story. But yeah, my next year, like I said, I'm hoping to get hired. I'm hoping to get in a new apartment, and just be on my own. Try to be the best nurse I can be. Feel more grown, more independent, more responsibility, and yeah. If you're looking to be a nursing student, I suggest that you get a lot of information from the school that you're interested in. Speak to those who are in the program as well as a student, and just prioritize and just look forward to being organized and busy. Busy is the word, okay? Like, nope, I can't do this, I'm in school. Nope, I can't do this, I have an exam. Nope, I can't do this or go where I have a quiz. No, I have, like, you have so many things that's being due at different times of the day. You have so many things that's going to be due before the day is done. Like 11:59 p.m. is their favorite time. There's been time where I'm like, yo, I have to do something, and the next minute I can't do it because the time ran out. And on top of that, there are some professors who won't let you read, do the assignment because you missed the time. So yeah, I used to I used to have my own calendar. So what I'll do was go through the syllabus for every class that I have, and I'll go on Word, make my own calendar for the month, and then I would color code. Like, green used to be for pharmacology, blue for fundamentals, and pink or purple for psychology. For assessment. And yeah, I used to do that, and then I was like, okay, once I seen green, I knew it was for pharmacology, blue for that, pink for assessment. So yeah, I used to do that until the professors would always change something. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna print the syllabus, and I'll just cross out as we go week by week, and that way I'll know where we're up to. But I used to be organized like that, but I don't do that anymore. I'll just print out the syllabus, scratch it out, or cancel it out as the weeks go by, and then I have a chalkboard of what I need to do for that following week. So you have an organization of the month, then the week, and then the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just so much things going on, so many things going on. But don't be discouraged if you are in it, and if you're if you're in nursing school, don't be discouraged. If you're looking to get into nursing school, don't be scared or discouraged. Do what you have to do, and just know that it's going to take a lot of work. Like, it's going to take a lot of work. I didn't think that I was ever going to be in this position where I'm at because of personal stuff, and yeah, it's just like I can't believe I'm here. Like, I've been trying to do this for the longest, and I'm here. I'm a nursing student. Find me where the books are, because there were a lot of books and there were a lot of money. So that's another thing too. I do keep all my books, but I have another student that's behind me use my books. I write my name on all my books, like, right here with the Sharpie, so that way nobody can't say, oh, I didn't know it's my book. Thank you very much, Nurse Hannah. I'm keeping all my books so that way I can have like a little cute bookshelf of all my nursing books and whatever like that until I'm ready to like throw them away. But yeah, it's very expensive, so I let her use it, and then I tell her to give it back to me when the semester is done. But yeah, so find out for books, like if anybody is actually selling them or willing to let you borrow them for the semester. What else? I mean, I guess that's pretty much it right now. If I have anything else that comes to mind, I will make another video. But let me know what you guys think of this. If you are nursing students, just put a nurse emoji down in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.